Hi guys. Hope you are doing well. So we are going to be doing a couple things over the next few weeks. We are going to talk a few more. We're going to kind of go back to doing some culture things and sharing culture. And then we're also going to kind of try and finish up some of those Jesus questions that we had talked about at the beginning of the year. Um, And so we will do that. And then the last couple of weeks, we will work on this final project. For your final project, this will take place of any test or whatever that you would have for a class. I just want you to reflect on your year in the United States, okay? Think about the good, think about the bad, what's different, what's the same, and then what you're going to remember for the future. It'll be worth 45 points and should be at least 2 pages long. Um, and I want you to answer these questions in your reflection. Okay, so these are the kinds of things that I want you to answer. Here we go. How is the current culture that you've been living in, aka, too far, the United States, different than the culture of your home country? How is the current culture that you've been living in similar to the culture of your home country? We've talked about this, and when we start writing it, I'll remind you of the things we've talked about, such as um, food, holidays, geography, things to do. Uh, what's the hardest part of living in a new culture, and what was the best part of living in a new culture? We'll have you talk a little bit about what you learned about the Christian faith. Know that learned doesn't necessarily mean believed. So everyone will have something to write about because I'm sure you learned something, even if you maybe don't agree with it. And then how has this changed, added to, influenced your thinking if it has? And then how have you changed as a person? I know that when I came back from Spain, I was definitely not the same person that I was when I left. It doesn't even have to be anything super duper big or deep, but you definitely, I mean, you've spent a year away from home, you've definitely changed. What have you learned from your time abroad? And then finally, when you go home, how are you going to be different? What is going to be changed for you? It could be something as simple as you know more English, but just what are some of the things that will be changed when you go home? Okay. Seems like a lot of questions, but we're gonna break it down and go through them one by one, and I'll help you brainstorm things to say so that it will be easier for you to write the reflection. Like I said, we're gonna spend the last couple of weeks or so working on the project during class time, and I'll help you with ideas and specifics to write about. Um, just as a reminder, this is to be in your own words. I just want to hear what you have to say, okay? I don't care what the internet says. I just want to know what you think. So if you do decide to use work from the internet, any work that's not original work is going to be given a 0, and you will not have a chance to make it up. And a 0 on 45 points is a lot of missing points. So just use your own words, okay? I just want to hear what you have to say. Below in this right here is a rubric. So this is going to tell you how I grade it. Next to each thing is going to tell you how many points each category is worth. Pretty much, if you answer all the questions and explain them in full detail, you will get full points. Other things are turning the project in on time, writing at least 500 words, which is about 2 pages, and then kind of making sure you go over your paper for spelling and punctuation errors. I have that the paper's in MLA format. We'll go over what that means. So please do not be concerned about that. Like I said, we will work more on this project at a later date. But I just wanted to give you this so that you kind of could start thinking about what yours might look like. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me at any time, and feel free to work ahead if you would like. But like I said, we will go through this quite a bit towards the end of the year. So, thanks, guys.